I will be giving a brief overview of the slides that were presented at the open house. The first slide explains the project workflow. As you can see, the project has been in process for quite a while. We are currently in the public involvement stage of the project, preparing preliminary layouts and presenting at public open houses for comments and review. After the concepts have all been recommended by the Transportation Commission, we will be going to the City Council for preliminary layout approval and then going into final design. The project itself is funded in several ways. There's federal money that has been awarded to the project in the amount of $7.8 million. Hennepin County will be contributing $23.4 million, and the city will be contributing $5.7 million through various means such as our state aid, gas tax, street reconstruction bonds, utility rates, and Excel payers fee. The guiding principles were developed in coordination with the advisory commissions and the city council, as well as the business groups in town and resident input. The guiding principles are meant to help guide preliminary design of the projects in Richfield. They include multimodal design, connectivity and public realm, local economy, design for people, community character and identity, sustainable solutions, healthy and active lifestyles, and unique location. The project process involves evaluating concepts with the project goals through coordination with stakeholders. Specifically, the project goals include improving pedestrian experience both along and across the roadways, improving transit passenger waiting experience and building on pedestrian safety, providing space that's comfortable for recreational and commuter bicyclists, providing center turn lanes to minimize conflicts, narrowing lanes to reduce speeds, adding green boulevards for snow storage and maintenance. Staff is in coordination with the City Council, the Transportation Commission, the county, property owners, Federal Highway Agency, Metro Transit, MnDOT, and business owners along the corridor. There has been several open houses to date on the 66th Street project. Common themes from previous public meetings include the desire to minimize property impacts, minimize acquisition of properties west of I-35W where right-of-way is tight. Complaints include sidewalks that are too close to the roadway, sidewalks that are not well maintained, not enough space for snow storage, high traffic volumes and speeds that makes crossing the road difficult as a pedestrian and bicyclist. Traffic is noisy, causes vibrations and impacts to properties that are located close to the roadway. We heard safety concerns specifically about crossing between Lakeshore Drive and Lyndale Avenue. Drivers complained of too much delay and congestion, high traffic volumes that make it difficult to cross the corridor and turn from and onto the corridor. And bicyclists complained about traffic volumes and speeds that discourage bicycling in the corridor, and the fact that there was no dedicated space for bicycling. Using the guiding principles and the public input, we've identified the following community problem statement: safety and comfort for pedestrians, transit users, bicyclists, and drivers is compromised, and users are not satisfied with the way the existing roads operate. Our goal is to address the safety and design through the consideration of speed, conflict points and crash patterns, and space allocations. In preparation for preliminary design, we've conducted speed studies to determine what speeds vehicles are traveling through the corridor, and conducted crash analysis to examine what crashes have existed in the past and how we could potentially reduce those in the future. The slide regarding conflict points is to better explain why different intersections can improve safety. None of the major intersections designs have been decided yet. We are examining both traditional signals and roundabouts at the major intersections to see if there are benefits to each. West of I-35W, right-of-way is more constricted. This led to several problems. When Concept 2 and Concept 4B were first proposed for this area, there was considerable opposition regarding the taking of property along the corridor. It would have resulted in 18 homes being removed. The county was tasked with coming up with a low-impact concept that eliminated or drastically reduced the amount of full property takes needed to accomplish a road reconstruction project. This low-impact concept can be broken down into two parts. Part A, from Xerxes Avenue to Penn Avenue, would consist of the 5-lane or 4-lane divided section that's out there today, 2 through lanes and a left turn or raised median in the center. The sidewalks would be pushed back about 6 feet on each side to facilitate a 6-foot boulevard for snow storage and landscaping. On the north side, a shared use path would provide some sort of in-corridor bike facility. This would be most likely used by recreational bicyclists, children going to and from school, and bicyclists trying to get to specific destinations along 66th Street. This concept does not include on-street bike facilities. On the south side of the road, a 6-foot boulevard and a 6-foot sidewalk would be included. In Project Area B, between Penn Avenue and I-35W, the right-of-way is further constricted. This would mean removal of the left turn lane that was included in previous concepts, resulting in a 4-lane undivided roadway similar to what exists today. Boulevards would be included behind the curb to help with winter maintenance and include landscaping. On the north side, a shared use path would facilitate some sort of bicyclist accommodation, and on the south side, a 6-foot sidewalk would be maintained. Concepts 2 and 4B, which were first proposed for this section between I-35W and Xerxes, would have required acquisition of 18 homes and partial acquisition of properties from Penn to Xerxes. Although it facilitates all of the project goals that were originally proposed for the project, this acquisition of homes and property was a primary concern for the City Council. Listening to concerns from previous open houses, the county came up with the low-impact concept to address the acquisition associated with Concepts 2 and 4B. Concept evaluation is still ongoing, including further reduction of property impacts and how this design could provide future flexibility. For example, converting some sections to a 3-lane conversion in the future will allow for on-street bike facilities. There are some concerns with this minimum impact layout, including existing crash concerns by not including a left turn lane in the section from Penn Avenue to I-35W. However, spot improvements are feasible. Full access control at Oliver Avenue by extending the median through the intersection is proposed. Improving sight lines at different intersections, restricting turns during congested periods, improving signal timing and phasing, and implementing red light running enforcement are all proposed as spot improvements to safety. Thank you.